In the replay, make sure to swipe. So excited about today's chat mill. Yay, welcome. Welcome everybody. So I was all dressed up today because we did a pass the cast with the Perry girls. And so I had I was showered and prepared. And so I knew I had to come down here, so I threw on my shirt from yesterday and I thought, you know what, it's already stinky, so it don't matter. So that's where we're at. Hey everybody. Welcome. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. Hey. Hi. Hi Linda. Hi Lizzie. Thank you for the hearts, ladies. I can see your colors. I see your colors. Afternoon, Zandra. You need to go work out. Yes, you do. You need to work out with me. You need to work out with me. You did. Weren't those fun, huh? Oh, gosh, last night was horrifying. Good afternoon. How are you all doing? You worked out earlier? Good. You missed your treadmill. What'd you do with it? Hi, Tiffany. Welcome. Welcome. It broke. Oh. It's okay. Periscope hell was waiting for them. Right? Yay. Thank you for the shares. Healthy hula girl in the house. She's so beautiful with her flower in her hair. Hi. So I want to kind of, I don't know that I really have a specific topic because we're going to actually probably be shorter than normal today because I'm late and I typically expect a phone call from my husband who works in the woods and he kind of comes first. So, thanks for all of the shares and the invites. Holy moly. Hey. Hi. You got blocked by someone today for saying that I didn't like sex bots. Woo, I do a mile. Trust me, we don't do more than a mile. I go 2.3 miles an hour. I do 1 mile in about 30 minutes. I'm all dressed up for my workout. No, I got my stinky sweater on from yesterday. Woo! All right, so for the new people, because there are some new people today, because I did a periscope. Perry girls passed the cast today. Thanks, girl. And so, do I run on the treadmill? No. I was going to say something very off, but I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to say no, I don't run. Hey, Corey. All right, so by the title, you can see where I do training your brain and body. The body part is the exercise that we do here together. Well, if it's only one-sided, then you're not doing it. But you need to do some exercise, right? To get the oxygen flowing so that you can think better. Yeah. Right? Okay. So, this is what we work on. This is what we talk about. So if you want to take a screenshot so that you can look her up later, Train Your Brain by Dana Wilde. You need to look her up on Amazon. She's a friend of mine. I love her. This is my first scope. Yay. Awesome. I'm feeling honored. Screenshot. Have it, love it, good. And so for the last couple weeks, actually, we've been talking about different things to do to help you change the story about yourself, right? To kind of find your why and the what's along to the why, to change our perspective. So those are some different things that we've talked about. So if you're interested, you can go to catch.me/EdieAnne. If someone wants to pop that up in the comments, that would be amazing. Have you tried water Zumba? No, I know, we talked about that. Somebody else talked about it. I just haven't tried it because we don't have that around here. How's the Apple Watch going for you? Look at that. I got a butterfly. Deeper meaning to your why. I need to find a deeper meaning to my why. Yes. So how do you do that? How do you find that deeper meaning to your why? How do you find your why, right? So there's this technique, this is very sophisticated, I might add, called peeling back the onion. Looks so cool. It is. It's an Apple Watch. very excited about my purchase, thank you. There's a technique called peeling back the onion that allows you to get to the core, right? To find out exactly what your why is, what drives you every day. And you know what? It's not a person, it's not a thing, it's not a what. Your why is an emotion, okay? Once you can determine that the emotion is what's driving you, then you're gonna have found your why, because it's gonna push you. And you might have heard me say before, your why will make you cry. Well, guess what? That's because it's emotionally driven, right? If you tell me your why is because you want to do something or you want to see something, that becomes, I went to New York City today, felt nice to experience the city. Like, I bet. So if you're telling me that you want something specific, that's the what to the why, right? So when you find a what, when you say, okay, my why is so that I can provide for my kids. My why is my grandson. My why is so that I can travel. My why is because I love what I do. Those are not whys. Those are the whats to your why. So when you figured out a what, ask yourself why it's important that that has substance in your life. I've been having a hard time doing that myself. Right. So that's why, and change your story. Tell yourself that it's getting easier and easier and easier to figure out what your why is. Right? That's the first step. So when you figure out, let's say it's because you say my why is my grandson. Well, why is it important for you to provide or to do for your grandson? Why is that important? And so if you say, well, because I want him to have a better life. Well, why is it important for him to have a better life? So do you see where I'm going? If you keep asking yourself why to the what, you're going to figure out what your why is. Because at some point, it's going to become so emotional that it's going to drive you to say, oh, okay, I get it, right? So that's why we try to figure out the what's to the why. And part of the training that we've been doing the last couple weeks is using perfect language. It's using, and no one put catch.me/EdieAnne. Put that in the comments for me and throw that up there if you would. catch.me/EdieAnne. All of my previous episodes of Chat Mill are there. So some of the training that you might have missed is there. Watch it at your leisure. Learn at your leisure, right? So we also talked about how powerful change is and how you can allow it to affect you or allow it to drive you. I'll have to sit down and try to ask myself these questions. You will, right? Because it's not going to happen like that. This is a process of being able to understand where your emotions are being drawn from and why they're being drawn from there, right? A lot of times it really goes back a little farther than we want to go. That happens, Then yesterday we talked, what did we talk about yesterday? Putting things into action, using perfect language. Yesterday, what did we talk about yesterday? I just had it in my head and I got distracted, squirrel. I forget. I might have to go back and watch my episodes of Chat Mill. So let me ask you guys something. In your lives, in your own lives, throw up some hearts, please, guys. That's what helps me keep the momentum with my walking. I know that sounds silly, but girl, you rock. You can't Yeah, you can. Stop saying that you can't. So remember my phrase, and I said this on the Periscope earlier. The story that we tell ourselves about ourselves is the story that we will believe and thus play out in our lives. So you better make sure that the story that you're telling about yourself is a good one, right? Because see, what happens is we tell ourselves these stories like, I can't find my why. I'm not good at this. I can't do that. I'm shy. I kind of cower under pressure. There's so many things that we tell ourselves with our talk, with our self-talk, that it's insane the amount of times that it happens during the day that you don't even realize it. Hey! Right? So one of the things that I had talked to my viewers is to do a thought journal. So you know how doctors, nutritionists will say, do a diet journal, write down everything that you eat, and keep track of it for a week so that you know what you're putting in your mouth. Well, a thought journal is the exact same concept, except you're talking about what you're putting in your head. So write down your thoughts. Every time you catch yourself in one of those thoughts, write it down. Write it down. And eventually you're going to get better at noticing it, and eventually you're not going to say them at all. So that's the key here, right? Practice makes perfect. Awesome. So what do you guys think is your number one holdback? What holds you back from doing what you feel you can do? Did you guys ever doubt that I actually am walking? Scared of failure. Good one. Anybody else? Scared you'll fail. So here's a good example. Your failure hasn't happened. Your failure may have happened with something else. It may have happened to someone else. So it becomes a perception and a story that you're telling yourself that could potentially happen. Right? So it's not real. So you're holding on to that thought and having it hold you back to something that's not even happened. It's not even real. It does not have substance because you have never done this situation before. And even if the situation was similar, you've never done it this way, this time, at this moment, right? So you are automatically perceiving that whatever you're going to do, you're going to fail at. So that's the story that you're telling yourself about yourself, that you believe and you're playing out. So do you catch this example now? So the story that you tell yourself about yourself is the one that you're going to believe, and it's the one that you're going to play out in your life. So if the story's not good, if you're afraid of failing, don't make it an option. Don't make it part of your story. Eliminate it from your vocabulary. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Am I losing everybody? We're down to 16. We didn't do any sharing today, but that's okay because I'm almost done. I'm only going to do about half a mile today because I got to do stuff, and this is way too late for me in the day to be doing this. But I had to come on and just chit-chat with you guys. Yes, positive self-talk every day helps. And it helps because you're conditioning your unconscious mind, and our unconscious mind believes everything that we tell it. I've said it before, our unconscious mind is our best friend. You tell it that you're afraid of failing, and your unconscious mind says, you should be. Right? Your unconscious mind will believe everything that you tell it. If you say, I'm shy, your unconscious mind says, yes, you're shy. If you say, I'm fat, your unconscious mind says, you sure are. Because it doesn't know the difference between real and not real. So when you tell a story that's not real, okay, and I don't want to confuse you guys, but when you tell yourself a story that's not real and not good, never thought of it that way. Yeah. So if you say that you're afraid of failing, whether it's true or not, your unconscious mind is going to believe it. So why don't you choose to tell a story to it that is better? And remember perfect language. So you cannot say things like, I will not fail. Why? Because the focus of that sentence is on the word fail. I am going to be successful. I am successful. That's what your unconscious mind is going to say. Yep, you are. So let's work to it. Let's do what we need to do to be successful and to make it right. Right? So that's kind of, it's deep, guys, and that's why I keep coming back every day to help share this information with you guys, because I truly believe also removing negative energy from your life. Yeah, once you realize that it's negative, if you can, absolutely remove it. Otherwise, just change the story, even if they're still there. There's a lot of power in that. There's a lot of power in that. You know, you just have to change the story to a better one. And like Dana Wallace says all the time, the problem isn't the problem. The problem is that you're focusing on the problem. Right? So when you don't focus on the problem, it isn't a problem. Does that make sense? And it's true. It's kind of one of those things that, yeah, I guess it is true. Right? Okay, guys. The count is very low today. Don't know where everybody is. It's probably because it's supper time. Supper time. And I love all of you. So thank you for coming back day and night, and day and night, day in and day out, to come and walk with me on the chat mill. Hopefully at some point woo! I'm not gonna do that. Hopefully someday you're gonna get on the treadmill with me and listen and comment while you're on the treadmill, just like me. I love you guys. I'll see you later.